Okay, looks like we are live. It didn't look like we were live for a second there, so here we are. All right, guys, you've got um my hi Tammy and Donna, thanks for joining me. You've got my desktop today because um I just didn't feel like being on camera. Um no real good reason, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and create a card today for November Creative Card Challenge, card number 3. The topic today is an unused Christmas set. So I'm cheating just a little bit because I didn't really have an unused set. I had originally not used this set, so this was going to be the one I used today. Hi, Mimi and Sue. But I used it, let's see, I used one thing out of it, I think, yesterday. Maybe I didn't. Well, anyway, this is my unused set. If I have used it, oh yeah, I have used it. No, I don't know. People used this at my retreat, I think. I don't think I'd used this one yet. So, whatever, this is what we're using. And then, I have used a lot out of this set, the decorative trees. Look at all those amazing tree dies. I love them. But I have not used this die. So, decorative trees, the die that I have not used, and Christmas labels, because if I've used it, I can't remember. I feel like I just used this one yesterday, but I don't know. This is the one I used yesterday. Oh yeah, right here. Hope your season is filled with magic. All right. Well, I'll use a different stamp today. So I've got this ribbon that's no longer on the roll. It's left from Cozy Craft Retreat. It's been sitting on my desk, and I thought, well, let's do something with shaded spruce. So I started going through my Christmas DSPs, and actually I went through all of my DSPs. There aren't any that I could find that had shaded spruce in them. So I thought, well, all right, let's figure something out. I feel like shaded spruce, this is the cardstock color, I feel like it goes really well with wood grains. And this particular wood grain comes from Country Woods. So there's lots of different wood grains in here. We're gonna pair it with my ribbon, and then I thought, well, I'll throw in a little bit of red. Again, I have a little bit of an idea, but not 100%, so here we go. This is my sketch for today. This is why I picked the ribbon. I was going to pick that white frayed ribbon that I wanted to use yesterday with no success, and ended up with baker's twine, and so today I thought, go with the shaded spruce. Alright, I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to set my die to the side. I haven't decided what stamp I'm using yet, but here we go. Here's the sketch, and let the challenge begin. Okay, so my idea is, I'm always kind of intrigued with those cards that are kind of like just a card front, but then have a flap, if that makes any sense to you. So I'm starting by cutting my paper into fourths, which makes my cardstock the size of a card front, 5.5 by 4.25. This card is not going to be scored. This is going to be my base. Alright, so my sketch has a piece on it that's 2.25 by 2.25. So I'm going to double that. I'm going to make it 2.25 wide, but I'm going to double the length, I guess, or the width, so that I can actually fold it. So 2.25 plus 2.25 is 4 2/8. 4 2/4. 4.5. Right? We'll see. 4.5. No, that isn't right. 2.5. 2.25 plus 2.25 is 4. This is a strange, oh, never mind. I know what I'm doing. 4.5. I was going to say this is a really strange measurement because it doesn't look square, but it's because I haven't cut my width yet. So this is going to work. I'm scoring it at 2.25, but now I need to trim it this way at 2.25. Okay, this is going to have a really small little card on the front. I'm not sure that's what I expected, but that's what, yeah, I think it'll be fine. Okay. Hi, Tracy. Thanks for watching. And Teresa and Janine Townswick. Thanks for watching. All right. There's also going to be this banner shape in the back, and I'm going to use this for a pop of color. So this is 1.5 by 3.5. So let me go ahead and trim this at 1.5 and 3.5, and that's going to have some banner edges cut on it. And then I'm going to put some wood grain in the back. So I'm going to go, normally I would make my background 4 by 5.25. I'm going to go a little bit smaller. I'm going to go 3, nope, I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go 4, and I'm going to trim it if it's too big. Alright, 4 by 5.25. That is the typical size of a card front. Let me hold this all together and see if I'm happy with that. I feel like I want a little more shaded spruce showing in the background. This is going to be cut like a banner. And this is going to be a little mini card on the front. What do you think? What do you think? Plus we're going to have that ribbon in the background. I feel like I'm going to make this white. Let me pull down my scrap basket here. Perfect. So this was 4.5. Yes. I think I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to stamp it with shaded spruce. So 2.25. Because I'm going to have this green ribbon in the back. Alright, let me get my trimmer out of the way because I think I'm done with cutting. There's my sketch. Remember, I need to have ribbon in the back. So let's put a little ribbon back here. Remember, my challenge this month is to make a card a day in the month of November. I have opted to add to the challenge using a sketch, and I'm also kind of creating on the fly, which is totally not my style. I don't know that I like the white either. What do you guys think? White or shaded spruce on the front? Hi, Cindy. Okay, so those of you that are watching, let me know what color you think this little flip-up card should be here. Shaded spruce or white? The white is just too white, isn't it? Somebody log in, or somebody pop on and tell me. Give me some advice. I don't think it should be red. Let me throw a little red on here. Oh. Maybe it should be red. Come on, somebody tell me. Nobody's telling me. Who's watching? Nobody's gonna... I think it should be red. Shaded spruce, huh, Mimi? Can you do both? A little bit of white with a green. Yeah, okay. A little bit of white with the green. Basic beige. Ooh, Donna. Basic beige. Let me pull out a little bit of that. I'm so blessed to have a room where everything is right within my arm's reach. Okay, that's the basic beige, but there's white dots on that red. Jane is watching now. I don't mind the basic beige, Donna, at all. What about crumb cake? Ah, that might be crumb cake that we need, huh? Crumb cake? And red and green. Alright, well, we're going to stick with oh my gosh. This is why I don't design on the fly. I can't decide. Alright, we're just going to decide. How about basic beige on the top layer? And then I'll stamp on it. Or crumb cake and white. Okay, let's try that, Cindy. Crumb cake and white. And maybe a little, okay, this is going to be boring. I apologize. All right, we're going to go with this. We're going to go white, crumb cake, and red. But I'm going to make that first piece a little bit bigger. Instead of 2 1/4, oh, that's not what I want to use there. I'm going to make that piece let's see, let me think here. I'm going to start with 3. I know that that's probably too big, but I can always cut it down. So 3 by 6, scored at 3. I love that you guys are helping me here. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. 2, okay. I already can tell you that's too big because this is going to be my, so let's go 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Because remember, the white makes the card a little lighter. Yeah. All right. 2 1/2. I just keep trimming down because I'm not going to change the size of, all right, that's where we're going. 2 1/2 for this base. Oh my gosh. 2 1/2, and then I'm going to put the crumb cake. Nope, I'm going to put the red. So I need a little bigger piece of red. So this is going to be 2 3/8. Okay. And then we're going to put the crumb cake on top of that. And that is going to be 2 1/4, which is following the instructions or the card template. That's not the word. Anyway, following my pattern, my sketch, that's what it is. All right, I think we're not using the green at all anymore. All right, here we go. Card base. Let's go ahead. I know that the wood grain is just going to be flat on here. I'm using my liquid adhesive glue because I have a little bit of wiggle room then when I put it down on here. Alright, layer 1. Now we need this, and I'm going to trim these very slightly. So here's a little trick if you've not learned this one. Just cut to the middle and then bring your corners to that slit. Sometimes my slit isn't quite big enough. There, I want these really narrow. There's other tricks out there. There's actually a punch that would do this, but my strip never seems quite the right width. Alright, Linda's watching. Dark and heavy, I know. Okay, well, let's see what we think when we're done here. Alright, there's this, again, day 3, I'm following this sketch here. There's my banner. Alright, this top piece is actually 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 according to the sketch. And these pieces are going on. Okay, I'm liking it. But we have to also get the ribbon in here. So my ribbon has a little bit of a kink to it. Have any of you ever seen a ribbon straightener? So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and show you. Hang on, I'm getting to my extension cord here. So I got this as a gift from my upline. She personalized it and everything. There's a little light that tells you that it's warming up. And I did a search on the internet for a ribbon straightener because I wanted to give them to some friends also. And I searched and I searched and I finally messaged my upline and I said, Lori, can you tell me where you got that ribbon straightener? I can't find anything. And she said, Chris, it's a flat iron. She said it was the cheapest one I could find in the hair accessory aisle in Target. So it's a mini flat iron that works for straightening your ribbon. Now this ribbon isn't terribly wrinkled, but a lot of times you'll get a gift that has a ribbon tied on it, and every time you try to use it, it's got those kinks from where the knot was tied. So that's how quick it warms up. And it's just getting some of those kinks out of it. So here's the end I've straightened, and here's the end that I have not. So it wasn't hugely wrinkled. I should pull out one, and you just pull it through. It's the easiest thing ever. And I believe that they're like $6.99. So don't sucker into anything that's officially labeled ribbon straightener, because you can just get a nice cheap hair straightener. There, done. I should pull out. Okay, so I'll give you a little demonstration on a piece that's very wrinkled. These are some bows that came pre-tied, and I used them for my Christmas in July retreat. So these are really wrinkly. See how wrinkled this is? Run it through my, what I call a ribbon iron. And there's the difference from one side to the other. It's so slick. And you saw live how quickly it even warmed up. It hardly took anything to be ready to use. I also like that it is small and that it, when you store it, it clamps shut, so it's collapsible, I would say. Hi, Sally. Alright, I'm going to unplug that because I'm done straightening ribbon. and we'll get back to this project. Okay, so now again, I'm going with this sketch. I wonder, you know, I was going to use this, and now, yeah, that'll still work on there. All right, so got this, got the ribbon, and now I'm going to, well, let's put these together here, because I know I want this on the white. Alright, we got that on there. And this is going on here, and this is going on here, and now I'm going to quickly cut out a shaded spruce tree from my mini Stamp Cut Emboss machine. Alright, I need my flat plate and 2 cutting plates. And I'm going to use this piece of shaded spruce that I rejected, and I know that this is not the whole tree, but that's what I wanted, because I want it to fit on that front piece. Alright, so today's challenge was to use a set that you haven't used yet. So I didn't really have a full set that I haven't used, but I had not used this die yet. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool and pop that out. I probably should have put some adhesive on the back, but I didn't. I need to remember to use these adhesive sheets that we have that you can stick on the back before you cut it out, especially something this fine. Alright, now I'm going to adhere this to the front of this. And is there something in here I can use? Be Merry? Let's try Be Merry and see if that fits on here. Be Merry is missing from my stamp set. Okay, to you. Let's see, what could we use here? Hey, Beck from Australia. Thanks for watching. I am creating on the fly, and trying to figure out what stamp set to use here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to just save it and not put a stamp on the front. How about that? We'll stamp the inside. Alright, let's put this all together. I'm going to grab my dimensionals, and I'm going to use the large ones. I'm going to pop up this layer. So I need 4 dimensionals, 1 on each corner. And I'm going to put 1 in the middle because I don't want them to sink. Oh, Beck, you love to create on the fly. I'm just not good at it. But day 3, and it's been working out. I think every day I've had somebody help me out by throwing in an opinion, so that's always fun to have somebody else here with me. Alright, let's get this in the center. It's small, my nails are not cooperating here. One more try. Jane, maybe I'll do a card with the adhesive sheets so that you can watch how slick it works. Jane says she bought some and hasn't used them. Who does that? Who does that? Alright, we're going to put this on one more time. Okay. Best way when our viewers help. Yep, for sure, for sure. Okay. So, this is the tip that I used, or that I talked about the other day. Let's see. I'm going to put this down first, and then I'm going to put this ribbon on top. So I'm going to center that. Oops. That's what I like about liquid glue. You can jimmy it around a little bit. Alright, I'm going to put the glue, or the tear tape, in the middle here, because this is where I'm going to adhere the ribbon. And let me pull the sketch back out. Here it is. The ribbon is just kind of loopy-loopy-loop. So let's start over here like they did. And zigzag back and forth. My goal was to use up this piece of ribbon that has been laying on my workspace here for a few days. Oops. Gosh, it seems like a lot of ribbon, but nope, gotta go a little lower there. Let's see. Remember, it's sticky, so I can pull that off if I don't like it. Hi, Sue. Thanks for watching. Let's see. I don't love it. I'm not a huge fan of the wide ribbons. This is the trouble I ran into yesterday with that, the white frayed ribbon. It just felt too heavy. All right, we're going with it. We're going with it. We're going with it. Okay. Gluing this down flat because I've already got some dimension to it. Get that in the center. Alright, I'm gonna clean up this edge of this ribbon here. There we go. And now I've got this piece here. That's going to be pretty on there. Alright. Tiny bits of glue. You don't even have to squeeze your glue bottle because this is such a tiny piece. It's not going to take much at all to hold this down. I like it. I love the color combination so far. So for those of you that missed the beginning, I don't have any DSP right now, Designer Series paper, that had shaded spruce in it, but I really wanted to use the shaded spruce ribbon that I had left over. So there we go. We've got that. Now this card needs something on the inside, and I wanted to use this set because the goal was to use a stamp set that you hadn't used yet. But of course the two that I'm choosing here I have used. It's a Hot Cocoa Day, warm and cozy, peace on earth, celebrate the holidays in all the ways, love and joy. Love and joy come to you. Will that fit? Sure. Let's do love and joy. And I think I'm actually going to use that to you also. To you, love and joy. Alright, I'm going to grab 2 blocks and my shaded spruce ink. Let me get some of this other stuff out of the way. Okay. I absolutely should have stamped this before I glued this in there. This is going to be a risk that I'm taking right now. If it doesn't work, I will cover it with another piece of white. So, cross your fingers. I'm going a little bit towards the top so that there's room to sign your name. I think it's going to be okay. Ta-da! And thanks, Beck. And I'm also going to put to you on the front. To you. Right there. Close, oops. Before I close up the ink, I'm going to stamp the back or I tell my customers, sign the back if you don't have a stamp that has your own name on it. So made just for you, Chris, Stampin' Up. And I'm going to pull in my bone folder here to get this nice and crisp. Look at that. There you go. Day 3, card sketch. Followed it pretty much exactly to the design, which is also not like me. This needs to go in here just a scotch. There you go. And kind of a non-traditional card where you save some cardstock, but still enough room to write my name, even a message if I want. So I think it's kind of cute. Thank you guys so much for the help on the color combination. What do you think? The crumb cake was what it needed, I think. Now that suggestion from somebody to use the basic beige would also have worked, but I was kind of a little distracted by the white polka dots. Well, thank you guys. Oh my gosh, good. You all love it. There you go. Card 3, day 3. Thank you so much for joining me. I will post any of the supplies that I used on this, and hope to see you all tomorrow. I know you guys, oh, look at all the hearts. That's fun. I know that you guys really would love me to tell you when I'm going live, but it is just so hard for me to do that. Flip the camera for a second here so you can see all my hot mess in the back. Anyway, I just don't know day to day what anything is. The camera's right in my view here. What my days are like, and so it's just easier for me to jump on the second that I can. So if I know ahead, I will post what time I'm gonna go live for those of you that really want to know that. But for those of you that are watching the replay, please let me know. It helps the traffic on my page, and it helps me know if people are actually watching my videos or not. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for card 4. Day 4, what's the challenge? Oh, tomorrow's a sketch, so it won't be one that I have chosen. It will be one that the administrator of this challenge has chosen. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Bye, friends. Have a great day.